What's up? My name is Technobo here for Troubleshoot, and in today's video I'm going to show you a super quick guide on setting up your own Syncplay server. So what exactly is Syncplay? Well, it's similar to Watch Together or Netflix Party, where you can go ahead and watch videos together that you downloaded on your PC using VLC Media Player or something of the likes. Of course, there's a video linked in the description down below showing you how to set it up and use the program completely from scratch. This video today is going to be setting up your own server just in case you don't trust the Syncplay servers, or you'd simply just like to host your own one so that you can keep things semi-private. This video is not going to go into SSL and TLS, but I will simply mention it if you'd like to set it up for yourself. I personally haven't been able to get it working on my Windows PC, mostly because I have no clue what I'm doing in that regard, but I'll still touch on it today. So if I simply press start, you'll see in my recently installed, I have Syncplay and Syncplay server here. If I simply right-click, More, Open File Location, it'll open the folder with a bunch of shortcuts, Syncplay and Syncplay server. If I open up this one over here, you'll see where it's installed. See Program Files 86, Syncplay. Syncplay.exe, double-clicking on it, simply launches up this over here, where we can go ahead, pick a server, and immediately start watching together with other friends. But if we open up Syncplay server, you'll see a black window that is actually a server that's running on your PC. Simply double-clicking on it is basically enough to run the server, but there are some commands and variables that we can pass into this to make it work better. Linked down below is this page over here. If we scroll down a little bit, we'll find some server command line switches over here. We can define a custom port if you'd like to run more than one, or if the port is simply used already, a password to restrict access to the server completely, salt, which will be provided to us when we simply double-click on the exe, and a couple of other things like disabling chat, disabling ready, setting a message of the day text file, enabling TLS, and the rest. So let's go ahead and set it up very simply. Once you've opened up the program, simply copy the salt over here by selecting it, right-clicking, opening up a new notepad file, and simply pasting it in as such. Closing out of the server, if we head back to where the Syncplay server shortcut is, we can right-click on it and then click Properties, and we'll be adjusting this to add these command line options after it. If you don't have a shortcut, simply head to where the program is installed, right-click on the server and click Create Shortcut. It'll then drop one on your desktop. But because I have a shortcut here, this is what I'll be using. So at the very end of the target over here, we'll be copying and pasting in the salt. So space after the closed quotation marks and pasting it in as such. Clicking apply and starting up the program from the shortcut, you'll see it no longer says anything about adding this salt. Cool. So our server is running and we're able to connect to it. I'll press start and open up Syncplay. Then in the server address, I'll simply enter localhost and I'll be able to connect to it on my own PC over here. There we go. You can see I've connected to it. This server does not support TLS, but we're able to use it on localhost port 8999. I'll go ahead and join the server on my laptop, which is connected to the same local network as me. Assuming you'd like people from outside your local network to connect, you'll need to port forward at every router along the way. So opening it up on my laptop, all that we have to do differently is change the server address to the IP address of either my router or my PC, depending on where we are. Because we're on the same network, I'll simply point it directly to this PC. To get my local IP, I'll hold start and press R, type in CMD to bring up another command prompt window, and I'll enter ipconfig. Hitting enter, we're going to look for the way that we're connected to the internet, which for me is Ethernet adapter Ethernet. IPv4 address 192.168.120. This is the address that I'll be entering into this server address at the very top. So connecting to it via localhost on the same PC as me and entering 192.168.1.20 on my laptop, I can connect to it and you'll see me join the lobby over here, Kevin77. If I type something in the chat there, you'll see it pops up over here. And if we had this port forwarded, 8999, other people over the internet should be able to connect to it. If you'd like to pick a different port, we can simply edit the command line options over here and add space -- port followed by a port number, so say 8999. Then let's quickly touch on SSL and TLS. You can see that it's currently not secure, so everything that we do is transferred over the internet as basically plain text, and people are able to read it along the way. While I'm not able to get this working because I have no idea how to generate proper keys, I'll show you generally what you need to do. So inside of the server properties, I'll simply add a space and another option, -- TLS, space followed by a folder's name, I'll call it key. Clicking apply, we'll head back to where the Syncplay server actually is located, over here, and I'll make a new folder, which I'll call key. Inside of here, we simply need 3 files, a cert.pem file, chain.pem, and privkey.pem. These are all related to the TLS certificate, and of course are created through different methods. I created these using OpenSSL, though I wasn't able to get these to work properly. Basically, chain.pem is just a text file that has the certificate copied and pasted in, and then the private key copied and pasted in. The private key can have a password or can not. It'll work with both. So heading back to the shortcut and opening it up once again, now that we've specified a TLS folder, you can see TLS support is now enabled. If I go ahead and check Syncplay over here, you'll see that it reconnected to the server over here and responded with a message, secure connection failed, the server uses an invalid security certificate. This is of course because I wasn't able to generate one properly. Hypothetically though, if you had it on your own domain, had everything forwarded to the computer that you're actually hosting this on, this TLS should work as expected. If the private key had a password, it'll ask you to enter one over here before the actual program will start. So this is currently the launch options that we have. We can add a couple more things to it, like an MOTD. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll replace the TLS option with MOTD file, and I'll call it, say, motd.txt. Let's go ahead and make a new motd.txt file on my desktop. I'll type something in it like, hello, welcome to Troubleshoots server, enjoy your stay. I'll save it, drag and drop it into my Syncplay folder, and click continue. Then, if we go ahead and run the server, you'll see it pop up like this. Connecting to it then, we'll see this over here. Hello, welcome to Troubleshoot server, enjoy your stay. This is our MOTD. Of course, we can use the rest of the switches and options from this website over here. I'll leave it up to you to experiment with. This has been a super simple guide on setting up your own Syncplay server. I wish you luck in setting up your own. Thank you all for watching. My name's been Technobo here for Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao!